My name is Larry. I'm a mechanic. Welcome to Exxon F1, also known as Formula One Column Africa. Good day! Please, like I've always clamored, please. I know you love what we're doing. Subscribe to my channel. Love it. I beg, be on my channel. You get the best news. I love you guys. Sometimes also comment on this social media. It helps my growth. Share, please. It's very important you share. Hello, wonderful people. Now we are doing more rebranding. Very soon we'll be having merch and perks that you can get on the channel. But for now, you can give us super thanks, super messages. You can join or subscribe, which is great for us. And whatever you give us through YouTube is helping us to build more content. Now we are doing like 2-3 videos in a week. Sometimes we do 5. We can do more content for you. We can tell you more truth you need to know about F1 and what they hide from you guys. We can tell you the reality, the things we see, and be more concise with you. We can give you more videos like you want to see and you want to hear the truth. So you can go on the super thanks and click and see how you can donate to us, and you can also join. And some of the merch will be coming now. Some will be in form of tags or clicks in which you can add when you go to the comment section. But very soon we have some other merch that we can send to you, merchandise we can send to you to appreciate you for following us, and you would love it. So in this video we are going to talk about requirements to hold F1 race. And please don't forget to follow my own boy Philip Janus Ghana, the only presently, if there's any other one let me know, presently Nigerian born FIA karting prodigy in the world. Now, like I said, we're going to be talking about track grades and requirements for holding F1 races. For me, I want a lot of races to come to Africa. I want to see African coming back to racing. And I did some videos in which I talked about tracks that have held races in Africa before. I talked about Morocco and South Africa. I'm telling you, Morocco had held F1 race once and South Africa holding like 21 times. And, there could be more races. In that video, somebody asked the question that we are not yet ready. I believe we are ready. We're ready to host races and that we can do it. And I wish we get a lot of support from youth, from people that are like-minded. And I know the person that asked that question will be like-minded. He has his own reservations for saying that. I made some points and I'll still make some points to make that person know that racing might be very, very expensive. Might be something that crazy. We should not be able to sponsor this, that. But the economic impact is large, especially for youths majorly. It has a very large economic impact, and the way it's going to affect us is going to be huge and massive. So I want us to put our mind to it and invest greatly in it and to turn things around for us for better. Certainly. So let's dive right down into it now. Only track that have gained the F1 top license can host races. Any track that has been licensed by FIA can host a race, and only tracks that are licensed grade 1 tracks by FIA can host Formula 1 race. And the FIA guys from F1 to rallycross, autocross, different motorsport racing, and they're on different levels with different licenses to host those races. The highest category is the grade 1 and the lowest is the grade 6. In there are subcategories, sub-licenses, but the grade 1 license, like I said, is required to host an F1 race. Now, there are criteria to host F1 races, like I said, and in order to be granted the grade 1 license, you need to conform with various standards and facilities surrounding as meet the minimum requirements. From the track to the most minimal drug required in the medical box, everything has to be licensed, it has to be ratified, it has to be inspected, it has to be up to grade and all. The last race held was meant to be 24 races, but it had 22 races run. Only China, which is the Shanghai GP, and Imola were not raced. The Imola was due to the flooding and the Shanghai coronavirus spiking, and I think it has something to do with Russia and whatever, but I can say much. So these are the license category. Grade 1, Group D FIA International Formula and Group E Free Formula cars with weight ratio of 1 kg ratio 1 horsepower. That is Wonder One. That's the only grade of race. We can have all historical cars post 1985 F1 cars to race on grade 1 license category. Now, for those of you that do not know the meaning of FIA, Federation International L'Automobile. Now, it depends on the language you use, but that is the most minimal English I can use. The Federation International L'Automobile. I think it's French, and that's for grade 1. The grade 1T, that is testing of previous F1 cars as defined in FIA regulation or in FIA Formula 1 sporting regulation. That's for testing. So there are some tracks that are only for testing F1 cars. Meanwhile, those tracks can also host races. You understand? Now we have the grade 2. The grade 2 can host races. And I told you in the last video in which I talked about countries that have raced, in which I talked about FIA F1. We want to race in Africa. You can go and check that video. It's a video you would love. I talked about South African track. That's the Kilami track being categorized as grade 2 track. Now, grade 2 tracks too can officially host F1 races because it's the same cars. That's the Group D and the Group E cars with the minimal weight to power ratio of 1 to 2 gram ratio, 1 horsepower, and some historic cars. So the grade 2 track can officially host F1 races, which means Kilami track can officially host F1 races. That's the South African track, Kilami. But I think there has been issues. The owners of the track and the organizers, that's why they've not really come to a truce on how to host a race. I'm sure F1 will not want to come in that. Now we have the grade 3 track. That's the category 2 cars with weight to power ratio 2 to 3 kg per 1 horsepower and some other historic cars. So if you're getting this, you understand the kind of license your track has and the kind of races you can hold. Like I said, in Nigeria, we don't have any track officially. Now we have the 3E track. Electric cars, majorly electric cars, that's the weight to power ratio of 2 to 3 kg per horsepower. Now we have the grade 4. The category 1 cars plus category 2 cars with weight to power ratio of over 3 kg to 1 horsepower and some historic cars. Now we have the grade 5, which races alternative energy vehicles. That's the AEV vehicle. There's a sport that runs the AEV, that's the alternative energy. So the grade 5 licensed track run that kind of race. Now we have the grade 6, that's the lowest. And under the grade 6, we have 3 categories. We have the autocross for the 6A, that's the grade 6A. For those of you that know autocross, you know that kind of racing. We have the 6R, that's the rally cross, you know the world rally racing. And we have the 6G, which is the ice racing. Now, in order to host Grand Prix, the tracks has to conform, like I said earlier, it has to conform with FIA guidelines that run hundreds of pages with regulations covering everything from track dimension, paddock, everything to the type of drugs stocked in the on-site medical centers, a lot. The top categories are split up by the weight of the cars, like I said, and are set to compete on the circuit relation to the power they produce. As F1 cars produce 1,000 brake horsepower recently these days and weighs between 720 to 800, but the FIA regulation says the weight of these days cars should be 749 kilograms, which means the grade 1 license is required to race them. In series of cars in which the cars are heavier but are less powerful, a lower license is needed. However, if a track holds a grade 1 license, it automatically covers every other grade below it, with the exception of grade 6, rally cross, autocross, ice, different tracks generally. So an F1 track can hold every other race from grade 1 to grade 5. But most times, most F1 tracks don't want their cars into lower grade races so as to maintain the track and not make the track just accessible to just anybody. So that's for the track. In the next video, I'll tell you about how those tracks are built. Then we now talk about tracks all over the world. Certainly we will do that. So stay tuned for the next video. We have a lot to discuss. We have a lot to learn. I know you guys will love it. I love you. Bye. Cheers.
No friend in the house. We are in Nigeria here, West Africa. It provides internet for us. They provide the best internet around the mainland, and I know they are still moving to the highland and they are moving all around Nigeria. But for you to get internet on the mainland, contact Fibrad Telecom Limited. They get you sorted out ASAP. The best cable internet on the mainland, fiber optic, they get sorted out. We talk much about them in the course of some of our videos, but contact them, they get sorted out. Teams Gadget is for those of you that cannot easily go to the market to get your phones, your laptops, your accessories. Just place a call through. His phone number is there. It gets you the best. It's your shop plug to get you the best phones, accessories, laptops, games, and other accessories for your computer gaming experience. Contact Teams Gadget and you get them for you.